podcast, hosted by Executive Director Dr. Doreen Lettsome Reid, speaker, advocate, fighting against psychological incarceration with over 25 years of experience in business and leadership, serving 19 years as an educator. Unlock What's Inside You Incorporated is a 501c3 nonprofit organization serving women impacted by psychological incarceration due to domestic abuse and serving incarcerated young men and their children in South Carolina. Our mission: strengthen, empower, and advance through business development, workforce development, and outreach. Our mission, our vision: unlock minds, change lives, in all things business. Our boards of directors: President Marette Calhoun, Treasurer Cora Gillette, Secretary Dr. Sandy Sanders, have 40-plus years of combined experience in business, leadership, and professional development. Join us to fight against psychological incarceration. Come and join the Unlock What's Inside You movement to help provide services, training, resources to women as we fight against domestic abuse. Reveal its link to heart disease in America. Let's connect. Email unlockwhat'sinsideyou@gmail.com.
Welcome to Advocacy. Excited to have you on the Community Podcast. This is our weekly opportunity to share, connect, grow with you, those that are joining the fight with us against psychological incarceration. And we just want to encourage you to go to our website, unlockwhat'sinsideyou.com, and click the Liberation Project Partnership, so that you can begin to see how you can make a difference in your community right where you are throughout the state of South Carolina and other places as we join the fight together against psychological incarceration. And I just want to invite you to continue to follow us on all social media outlets as well. And we want to thank all of our sponsors that did a great job really supporting us. We had Suit World, M&M Graphics, Bishop from Charleston come and do our pictures. We had phenomenal support throughout our community. And we also had Krispy Kreme and Bean Bar. All of these sponsors were supporting us in our conference that we had on Saturday, May the 25th. And of course, we want to give a special shout out to our Mayor Teresa Irvin, that came and spoke and encouraged and inspired the women there. So we want to thank everyone for making that event possible. And we are already preparing for our Confident Women Rise, Wise Women Win Gala. So we are just doing amazing things, and we can't do it without you. So go to our website, unlockwhat'sinsideyou.com, and click on the Liberation Project Partnership. And speaking of partnership, we have a very special guest, Miss Doris. You want to go ahead and unmute, Miss Doris, and tell them a little bit about who you are and your event that you just had last Sunday.
Awesome. Great evening, Dr. Reid. And thank you so much for inviting me on your podcast. And I want to say apologize for the noise in the background. We're about to celebrate my mom's birthday, so we just got here. It's storming outside. So I ran in because I was going to do this from the car. But yes, I want to thank you again for being a part of our amazing empowerment brunch that we had on last week, Sunday. I just wanted to get a few people together that's impacting the community like yourself, on different topics and things that we see individuals are dealing with. And one of the things that you specialize in empowerment brunch brought together a collaboration of people that had different topics, but they all tied in together. So thank you so much. I'm still receiving phone calls talking about the event. Some people sorry that they missed the event, but it sounds as though that it might be another event coming soon. Not sure, but it sounds like it will be. So everybody enjoyed all the messages that was given concerning each topic. So again, I want to thank you for sharing your expertise in the subject matter that you specialize in.
Yes, the event was amazing. Just the outpouring of support that God put in your heart to sponsor two nonprofit organizations in your local community, which is Clarendon County. So it was an honor that you chose us to come and serve Clarendon County. That is part of the South Carolina, where we serve the entire state of South Carolina. And we have prayed about connecting with other people such as you that are doing exactly what you're doing, declaring their liberation fight. So it was a great honor. And talk a little bit about the two organizations you actually gave to because of your empowerment brunch.
Yes, okay, yes. I picked two nonprofit organizations in our area. One was being the Tuberville Children's Home. They specialize in housing children that has lost their parents, maybe either due to incarceration or death, and then orphan kids, that don't have or runaway kids. So they are nonprofit. They are out of Tuberville, South Carolina, and they're doing an amazing job. So I did some research, found out about them, and wanted to help. The other organization that we deal with is K&H Resource Center in Summerton, South Carolina, and they deal with more of the seniors. So I had two, the children as well as the seniors, and housing seniors, helping them get in certain aids and different things that they may need when it comes to health care, help with bills, light bills, water bills, different things, getting their homes fixed up. So it was a way of activity that K&H provides to our senior and the community. So we donated $500 to each one of those organizations.
This is what it's all about. This was an amazing opportunity, especially for Clarendon County, to have two amazing nonprofit organizations that actually benefited from the your empowerment brunch. And it was just a
Right,
great opportunity to be a part of that because I think it was an overall theme of different levels of incarceration. We talked about children that are impacted about incarceration. We talked about a mother that actually son that is incarcerated. We talked about psychological incarceration. We talked about you actually had a therapist with over 20 years of experience. So it really was a very impactful brunch. And I do encourage you to consider having it again soon because it was phenomenal.
right. Thank you, thank you, thank
Yes.
you. And if it,
And
it
go
was
ahead.
it was because of all of you, and with all y'all brought to the table. I thank God for putting you guys in my path, just meeting you a week ago, so I was just, excited and that I was able to, do this because I only gave myself a month to put it all together.
Well, you did a fantastic job. Everything was so elegant. Everyone was ready to receive the information. There was a lot of very good resources that were given, and that's part of what our nonprofit organization does. Unlock the Inside You. We give awareness and education
Right.
so that people can become their own self-advocate. If we don't have awareness in our own community, so many people will not know what the resources are that are available to them.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yes, yes. And so one of the things that we actually covered in the empowerment bruncheon on last Sunday was understanding that psychological abuse, which is domestic abuse, is related to heart disease, but it also is related to abandonment and abandonment. Now, when you heard that, Miss Doris, what did you think about that message?
Right. So yeah, when I heard, because again, a lot of y'all message I had this, that was my first time hearing, and I was just blown away, and I'm like, it all ties in together. This was such a amazing thing, but we know it all is real. Domestic abuse, mental and psychological abuse. All this thing, and to say that it's contributed to heart disease. I mean, I was like, that was the first time I've heard of that, and didn't know anything about it. So again, having each and every one of you came and sharing your point of view on these, you know, subject matter that you are expert in, brought a lot of awareness to everyone. So yes,
Absolutely, because there are 1 in 4 women that are impacted by psychological incarceration right here in the United States. That equates to 2.2 million women. And out of that
wow,
2.2 million women, 47% of them will have disease as a result.
wow,
And of
wow.
course, with African American women, that is a little higher because more
Okay,
African American women are impacted by psychological incarceration to the point that the crime rate has increased, the homicide rate has increased among African American women up to 71%.
wow, okay.
So
And see,
this is why on Sunday we wanted to connect the dots between rejection and abandonment because 15% of the homicides that women are impacted by, 15% are directly stemming from jealousy and rejection. 15% of those homicides are directly related to rejection. So if that intimate partner feels, even in his mind, it can be imagined. It's not necessarily real. The intimate partner
wow,
in his mind, because he himself is psychologically incarcerated, to imagine the rejection. This is why a lot of times women say when they're at the grocery store, well, he keeps accusing me. He keeps, I'm not cheating. I'm at work. And there's a lot of
right,
discussion about this because the stem part of that is rejection, and 15% of homicides are the result.
wow, wow. And see, that's deep, and that is something else. So, so what is it? The solution? What solution you think besides what we're doing now, educating people in the situation? What else do you think can help with the issue and problems?
So, what I believe that is the solution to unlock what's inside you, most men from the age of 13 to 50, which is when psychological incarceration actually starts, we've never had an opportunity to self-discover ourselves, who we are. We've never had an opportunity to unlock what's inside you. So we don't really know who we are. We don't know our values. We don't know what God has called us to do. All we know is I'm a woman, I can give birth, I can have sex, and that's not all about purpose.
Right,
And when we don't know our purpose, we allow others to abuse us. And when we haven't had the opportunity to learn these things about ourselves, we really don't know how we're to be treated by men. And because of that, literally at your event, man told me, he came up to me and told me, he said, well, the women are allowing us to do this. This is what he told me. He said they are allowing us to do this because they want us. So what he's telling me is I'm unrepentant. I'm not going to change because I can find a woman
right,
that's going to allow me to abuse her, murder her, and her children. There'll be no repercussion. This is what he's telling.
wow, wow, wow. I'm on a podcast. Yeah. Oh wow, that is so deep, and that's why we have to reach out and have um, give other people. Thank you. So many people to seek counseling because again, like you said, this thing starts when people are young, from being abused by someone in their family or being molested, and they lock all this stuff in, and then they start this a pattern. They're attracting those other kind of men that's the same thing to them, and never seek counseling, never get help in the situation, and it just grows. So talking about it more and more is going to bring a lot more awareness to people to want to get some help, to help them to release whatever issues and stuff that is going on. that is being held on for so many years.
Absolutely, which is why our signature presentation is tuned. So what you described is that we are literally living a life of death. There are tombs around us that we have refused to confront. And that is why the message on Sunday after empowerment brunch was that Jesus Christ said it's time to roll away the stone. It's time to pick up the stone. But many of us do not want to do that. And because of the being afraid that our situation is going to cease, you must remember that's what Mary and Martha literally said. They said, no, we don't want to take the stone away because it's going to stink. He's been dead 4 years. So just like you said, in or any other type of sexual assault or any other issues that we have had early in our lives that we did not deal with, those are tombs. And we don't want to deal with them because we know they stink.
Right, right, right. That is
And
so
so
true.
what we want to encourage women to do is understand that you don't have to go through this journey alone. The Holy Spirit is in the earth to help unlock what's inside you. But we have to make a decision to allow Him to help us go through this and start the journey, the self-discovery journey. That is what I believe the solution to be. What's your thoughts?
Right. Exactly. You're absolutely right. Being part of the solution to help with these problems that propels a lot of our women from seeking what they need to seek to get the help. And deep down, unconsciously, most of the women, they don't even realize that that's going on with them.
No, they do not.
Unconscious, it's an unconscious uh, situation that they're in that they're really not aware of. And so hear this and then start to recognize the pattern is going to help them to unlock those situations and thoughts and things that they are going through. So yes,
And then Unlocking Suicide Here Incorporated, our nonprofit organization has a health and wellness program. So we have our own faith-based curriculum called Confident Woman Incubator. That's our health and wellness program where we walk with you through this process. And so you can come into that program by simply going to the website and clicking on it. So we encourage women to understand you don't have to go through this self-discovery process by yourself. We have our own health and wellness program called Confident Incubator, and it's based on Dr. Miles Monroe's book, Confident Woman, The Power of the Purpose and Power of Women, the Purpose and Power of Men. And we have other tools and resources in this faith-based curriculum because ultimately it has to be based on the liberator. No human person can liberate you, but Jesus Christ can. And so that is our
right.
message.
Awesome. That is amazing because people do need help. They do need a platform or to follow, to help them do this and, know that they're not alone and that they have someone to walk them through it. It's very important.
It
Because
is.
some people don't want to face those situations, especially alone. They want to bury them. They want to forget about them, not knowing that they're still living through them. But it's a great thing that you're doing.
And I appreciate that we have connected. I look forward to continuing to develop our relationship. If
Yes,
you have more impact in Fulton County, you invited us to come serve along with the others to come serve. And that's what it's really about. We're here to
right,
support women and our community and make a difference in the children's lives, in the women's lives, and even the men that are willing to hear the message. Because ultimately, you cannot continue to murder people. You cannot continue to make these decisions that you feel don't impact you. They are impacting the men as well, but at this point, they're not seeing it yet. They still need to really have this type of awareness on both sides. The men need the awareness and the women need the awareness because both of us, women and men, need to go on and start the self-discovery journey.
Right. That's right. That's right.
So we thank you for being
That's
here
right.
on What's Inside You
Well,
Incorporated,
thank you.
our community forum podcast. We thank you, and I look forward to continuing our relationship with you, and we'll be in contact with you soon.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, and you have a great evening as well. All right. See ya.
See you soon. I'll be calling you. We thank you very much for joining us here on Unlock What's Inside You Incorporated. We want to thank all of our sponsors once again that really supported us on our first in-person conference that was last Saturday, Confident Women Wise, Wise Women Win. We want to thank M&M Graphics there in Florence, South Carolina. We want to thank Krispy Kreme there in Florence, South Carolina. We want to also thank Soup World in Florence, South Carolina, as well as Bean Bar. We thank all of our sponsors, and we thank all of those that supported us, even in advertising the event on their billboards, on their electronic devices in front of their buildings. We thank you, everyone. And with that being said, we'll see you next week. Have a great one.